Welcome to this episode of 60 Days, 60 Voices series run by GAME. Uh, GAME stands for Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, and it's a collaborative effort with mission-aligned partners um, trying to catalyze the ecosystem and making mass entrepreneurship or engaged with small and micro businesses a movement in India. In this episode, we are privileged to have Ms. Kameshwari Devi. She is the CEO of Hosa Belaku, a non-profit initiative with village artisans around Bangalore. Welcome, Kameshwari.
Thank you, Sushanto. Great to be here.
Kameshwari, my first question to you would be that a request to you to share details about the enterprise that you're running and maybe share briefly about yourself as well.
Okay, so basically, the organization is called Hosa Belaku Artisans Foundation. This entity came into existence in the year 2017. The idea was to sustain rural women, people with disabilities, their family members, and women who are surviving abuse on a daily basis and kind of trying to make ends meet, to give them an opportunity to earn a decent livelihood working from their home locations, not having to really go out of their villages or even their streets where they live. So as on date, we have 21 women and one young man with severe disability who are engaged on a regular basis. So my background is I have been a disability professional since 2002, so almost 18 years of disability experience, mostly program management and stuff like that. In the course of work, life, realized wanted to do something on my own, and when this opportunity or this need showed up, decided to take it up.
So, Kameshwari, in your journey, what are the challenges that you have faced and what are the challenges that you're facing now? Are they different between pre-COVID and COVID phase? Can you please share your views?
Okay, so pre-COVID, our model of working was to make some very beautiful, interesting handmade products. Three kinds mostly, which was paper products, block printed stuff, soft toys, embroidery stuff and all that, embroidery products and all that stuff. But the day this whole thing started, we were suddenly out of job. In fact, month of March, we had quite a few stalls lined up, which got cancelled all of a sudden, and our income dried up. Because sustenance happens. Our income is only when we sell the products. So once that happened, we were actually in major problem. The entire month of March, we had no income, and yet those 21 people had to be paid. They had their commitments, they had their families to take care of. Cash flow becomes a major challenge. So we tried to sustain, but my biggest challenge at that juncture was how do we ensure regular flow of business or income so that the families are, the 21 people, the 22 people that are working with us have a regular income, whether there is work, no work. So we tried a few things. We tried to see if we could raise some loans, but the interest was very heavy. We have a few challenges, like we do not have a ATG 12A yet, which is a mandatory to raise any sort of donations or receive any CSR funding. So we couldn't approach that route either. So fortunately, around that time, I was introduced to GAME, and the mentors there actually gave me a huge nudge. And we decided to kind of see if we can make some masks, because we have tailors, they know how to stitch. So it seemed to be a good thing to try out. So we started making masks. Again, a challenge was cash flow. We didn't have money for buying even the raw materials. of course, all the lockdown led to not having raw material accessible, threads traveling from Bangalore to the villages, which are about 60 kilometers away, was a challenge. But yeah, I mean, despite all that, we have started manufacturing masks. There were a lot of friends who helped us out. There were a lot of people who supported in terms of introducing us to Transport Corporation of India, helping out with some cash to begin the work and all that stuff. Mostly my husband invested hugely. So far, since I think about 10th of April till date, we have manufactured almost 30,000 masks and actually executed the orders and received payments. And I think we have about another 40,000 orders already in pipeline. So yeah, I mean, though it was a slightly difficult decision to make and a challenge to actually get off the bed and work towards it, we managed. And yeah, I think right now we have about 75 plus tailors who are working with us besides the 22 people. So we have almost 90 plus people who are actually able to earn a livelihood because of the mask making. So yeah, I hope I have answered your question, Sushanto.
And how do you see the near term to mid term panning out for your business, Kameshwari?
See, right now the masks are helping us stay afloat. It's cut to cut, so I don't think we are able to really build a corpus of sorts or good bank balance. I don't know about that yet because we're still trying to invest in the raw material, pay the tailors on a regular basis and all that stuff. But at least now we have we are sustaining. In future, if the masks continue, then we will have a good, I think, a decent sustainability plan. My biggest fear is, I'm not sure when the lockdown is going to sort of lift, or when the companies are going to start working full-fledged, because that is where most of our business happens. So that is the thing. Like in future, how do we sustain? Like as long as masks are happening, we would love to continue with that because now we have sort of gained a lot of expertise in making it, addressing all the challenges. So yeah, masks is something that I believe is going to stay with us for a good long time, or even for a very good long time. Like I don't mind that being part of our business for future as well. But if the companies don't open up and the other products don't start moving, then we will have a challenge. That is one challenge I'm foreseeing. Second challenge is also to continue making masks, we will require some amount of funding, some cash flow that we have, easy access money sort of a thing. Maybe banks, I don't know. We could look at loans and all that again, but my fear is the interest loans are way too high. Probably we can work with a 7-8% interest, but I don't see any plan like that existing as on date. So yeah, to talk about the challenges that I foresee in near future and long term is basically what products and how do we sustain the business. So we might have to start something else. I don't know, maybe making aprons, maybe making PPs. I don't know. Yeah.
Understood. And you briefly did touch upon game mentorship program. So this is mentorship program. How has it been of any help to you?
So the mentorship started a little before the whole COVID situation. So initially, the biggest help that I was receiving was in terms of so far we have been a little sporadic about our business. As in, whatever orders come up, we are executing, and we actually do not have a long-term plan in place. As in, written down anywhere and all that stuff. And we were not actually thinking about doing something other than just like, making those products and selling. So when game came into picture, I think the first thing that we did was plan the whole operations and bring some structure to it. Financial management. As you might have understood by now, I'm not a business person. I have no background in in any sort of financial knowledge, to be honest. So that was a very big help, like about the instruments, about the opportunities, about the see, for example, GEM is something that I was introduced to by game. We are working on it. If we can register and maybe start getting some orders, that can actually be a very good sustainability plan. The other thing was when the mentors from game actually grew a little bit more than just being mentors for business and nudged me out of this whole depressing scenario of lockdown and all that, and pushed me to actually think of doing something different, making masks. Though it was not a rocket science for me to think, and it was a thought at the back of my mind, but to push it to the forefront and make me get up and do it, I totally give the credit to Gabe. And I'm really grateful for that, because otherwise probably we would have, I would have just been making some crochet work and enjoying it. It would have been a long vacation probably. So yeah, game has been very, very helpful. Yeah.
Good. And what support do you need from the ecosystem going forward?
So ecosystem wise, I think there are three things that come to my mind. First thing is if we can find some avenue. I do not know if it is a bank or it is some other financial institution that can help us out, but sort of a smaller interest loans or some sort of funding which is accessible, when we need it, and we have to pay interest at a for what we use or something like that. That's one. Second thing is continuous orders. More and more orders of the masks would be of a big, big help. Besides that, if our other products, we have a lot of stationery stuff, we make a lot of utility products and all that. If that can also be looked at, and if we can sort of, start getting orders. Because in my mind, I think the 12-way ATG is going to take a little longer. Because unless the third year's audit is complete, we cannot apply for a ATG. So in my mind, it's another 3 to 6 months of journey before we can access any sort of CSR funding. So yeah, these are what I think from the ecosystem we can, benefit.
Thank you, Kameshwari. So I think this was of immense, this would be of immense help to our viewers. And thank you for sharing your views and the challenges that you have faced. And I wish you all the best in your business. I'm sure we will get over this particular phase soon enough, and we'll come back stronger, bounce back stronger. So take care, and I wish all the best to you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sushant. Lovely speaking with you.